It's been about a few weeks since we started this concept of explaining Japji Sahib in English, and the response has been tremendous. We are thankful to you for liking this particular segment because the idea is to connect with the youth and also to tell the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji to the other communities. We have reached till body number 19, in which Guru Nanak Sahib tells us about the basic concept of life. And basically discussing all this is important, but more important is how is it relevant to us in our daily life. So let's welcome Sardar Harbans in Kandola once again, who's a Sikh activist, and he has been working hard on this project, comes over here and shares his views after researching a lot. So basically, let's summarize till what we have discussed till now, and also why is it relevant to us and why we should make this not just as a discussion, to also incorporate this into our daily life. Let's welcome Sardar Harbans in Kandola. Ji Anu ji, Waheguru ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru ji ki Fateh. Ji Kandola sahab.
One, I just want to mention the feedback I'm getting. It's to summarize is there are lots of people, the young and old, who could not benefit from the teachings of Gurbani in their life, are benefiting now because of our effort.
Right.
You mentioned I want to take a couple minutes to talk about the relevance of our discussions in our daily life, how the teachings of Gurbani transform our daily life from misery to joy. That's the purpose of our discussions.
Right.
Harpiji, we all face challenges and problems in life.
No doubt.
Like conflict of relationships is a big one. Financial challenges, race after the money, greed. Health problems, we face raising children, we face problems, and job and business. Life is full of challenges.
No doubt.
And especially in the fast-paced society. Now, I have come to the conclusions after looking around, the only way to deal with these problems and challenges is to be spiritually awakened. There's no other way. Let's talk about few examples from the discussions we learn, what we learn. Now, Gurbani teaches us to contentment. Gurbani teaches us to be santokhi. So when we are santokhi, then we don't run after the money, the greed. We are happy with what we have. Now, it doesn't mean it's hard to be santokhi. I know that it's hard to be santokhi if you don't have a food on the table for the dinner.
Right.
But how many are we in that situation? We all are well off.
No doubt.
So Gurbani gives us the way to live a happy life. Now, Gurbani teaches us to be a tolerance, humility, compassion, and kill our ego. And at the level of spirituality, there are no relationships, there are no conflicts. So we have a financial problem solved, we have a relationship problem solved, and also Gurbani teaches us to be positive in a joyful lifestyle. And no stress, no chinta, no fear. And that solves a lot of our health problems.
Right.
And when we are spiritually awakened, Gurmukh, we are better role models for our children. So as we mentioned, the Gurbani is relevant. If we incorporate those teachings, we can solve a lot of problems. Now, is this easy? No. And it is possible? Absolutely.
Yes. Right.
And how? That's what we discuss in these episodes.
Very true. And that's what the Gurus have emphasized, like you very rightly said, that spiritually awakening doesn't mean that some other sense will open up. It's basically in your day-to-day life, how you are reacting, how you are living your life.
How you live in a peace and joyful and a blissful life.
Right.
And this is possible. Whether you want to choose that path or not, it's up to us. Now, as we mentioned, we discussed, we covered up to Pori 19 in the last four episodes. I want to mention key learnings from those, the Pauris we have. Number one, Guru Sahib hit hard, as I mentioned, on worthless rituals, karmkand. Guru hit hard on useless religious practices. Because Guru says these does not help us to change our behavior. Guru says this does not help you to uplifting spiritually
Ji.
and give you bliss and inner peace and joy and anand. Now, whether we want to continue or not, Guru says no, because that is not going to help.
Ji.
We also learn, the Guru says, the key challenge for our daily life and our daily life is a pollution of mind.
Ji.
Atma, Jameed, full of vices, evil thoughts, and ego. Now, also Guru said, you can be a billionaire. You can have a powerful image. You can be very, very famous in your daily life. But you will never enjoy bliss, inner peace, joy, anand, khushiyan kheda without spiritually being awakened, as I mentioned before.
That's right.
And we also learned in those pauris, Harpreet ji, the world is difficult life ocean to swim. It's not easy.
Right.
As we mentioned, there are a lot of challenges. And in this world, Guru taught us there is a good, bad, ugly, sukh, dukh is dunya. This is the way the world is where we live. And the only way to swim this ocean of life is to walk on the spiritual path.
Ji.
Listen, understand, internalize, and live the teachings of the Guru and the truth. Attain virtues, be virtuous, and live according to the will of God, laws of the nature. And when you have done this, Guru says you are the rich of the richest, and high of the highest, and you got it all. And that is the bottom line, that we have to internalize those. Now we start Pauri 20. Those learnings, as Harpreet ji, you can talk about in a daily life. And if we learn those contentment, we learn those virtues, incorporate those, and one by one, our lives will be peaceful and enjoyable.
Absolutely, and that's why the stress, what we are finding today in this fast-paced world, we are just running after monetary things. And we have forgotten what you have rightly said, that spiritual awakening doesn't mean something else. Spiritual awakening means how you are living your daily life according to the rules which have been taught by the Gurus. And if we start incorporating all these things in our life, there will be peace and joy.
And as we mentioned, it is possible.
Oh, yeah.
It is possible to live khushiyan khedyan da jeevan.
Right.
But you have to learn. You have to listen to the Guru, incorporate those virtues one by one. Now, this is what Guru talks about here. Let's talk. And in this pauri, pariye hath pair tan de, pani tota utraske. Guru taking an example from the daily life. And Guru is using logic, like a Bani is a logic, reason, and scientific logic, scientific basis to explain the doctrine of Gurbani. Now, Guru says here, "Pariye hath pair tan de pani tota utraske." Now, when we work hard, we perspire, and we body is soiled, we have dust, and our hands get dirty. And Guru says, take shower with the soap, and in a day like the facilities we have, take a shower with soap and clean your body. Next, Guru says, "Moot pliti kapad hoye de sabun liya hota hai." When we work hard, our clothes get dirty. Kids make mess of the clothes and put in a washing machine and put some detergent in. You can clean those.
That's right.
Now Guru says, "Pariya mat papa ke sang, utope nave ke rang." Papa ke sang. What it means, papa ke sang? When our life is full of vices, evil thoughts, ego, avgan. Hatred, jealousy, that our subconscious mind in our buddhi. And how do we fix that? That's Guru now teaching, as we mentioned that this is what we need to do. Guru says, how do we fix that? I was reading Guru Angad Dev Ji, there's a slok, "Vastu andar vastu samave, duji hove paas." Guru teaches the way, how you do that. He says, in a pot, if we can only put something else in a pot if we empty out the pot first. Now, another important point here we need to keep in mind is what do we put in our subconscious mind on a daily basis? Surth. Now here Guru says, Bija Bik Mange Amrit Vekho Enyo. We continue filling our subconscious mind with evils, with vices, and then we want happiness, and that will never happen.
Yeah.
You know, that's the very practical side.
Right.
For example, if a farmer sow a seed, grass seeds, and expect to harvest grapes, that's not going to be possible.
Right.
Now, Guru says the pollution of mind can only be washed by divine wisdom, teaching of the Gurbani, by knowledge, and by attaining virtues. There's no other shortcut.
Right.
Guru says, incorporate those virtues. Now, so people always question, and how we do that? Well, incorporate those virtues, the contentment, the humble, the careness, the compassion, the tolerance, one by one, and by day. Just now we discussed this, suniye, manye, listening, internalize, and live those truths, incorporate those in a daily life. And you can do that.
Oh yeah, that's possible. The only thing is you have to start on that particular spiritual path.
Yeah.
You can know something from someone, but then ultimately it's you who have to decide that you have to change your perspective on life, and that you have to take the initiative.
It's a commitment.
Absolutely.
If you decide to walk on this, you definitely can walk on this path.
We'll go for a short break, come back and continue with our discussion. ਲੈਣੇ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ। ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਹੋਈ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਹਰਬੰਸ ਸਿੰਘ ਕੰਡੋਲਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ 20ਵੀਂ ਪੌੜੀ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਕੀਤੀ, ਭਰੀਏ ਮਤ ਪਾਪਾ ਕੇ ਸੰਗ ਇਹ ਧੋਪੇ ਨਾਵੇ ਕੇ ਰੰਗ, ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੱਪੜੇ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਧੋ ਸਕਨੇ ਸਾਬਣ ਨਾਲ। ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹੀ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸਰੀਰਕ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਫ਼ ਕਰ ਸਕਨੇ ਸਾਬਣ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਪਰ ਜੇਕਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਤ ਨੂੰ ਚੰਗੇ ਗੁਣਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗ੍ਰਹਿਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਇਹ ਮਤ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਮਾੜੀ ਹੀ ਰਹੇਗੀ। ਇਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਹੋਰ ਵਿਆਖਿਆ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਸ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ।